So the difference between you and someone who has an opportunity is mostly information. So how about I tell you this information for free? In today's video, I'm going to be telling you about the foreign university fairs that's been happening in Nigeria. I'm going to tell you all you need to know about the event. I'm going to tell you the value you're going to get from those events, and I'm going to tell you the kind of questions that you should prepare when you're going for those events. And I'm going to tell you about the upcoming events that will be happening in Lagos and online as well, just so that you can maximize these opportunities. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Rhoda Olapisi. If for the first time, I need you to smash that subscribe button, okay? It really helps my channel to grow. Alright, so on the 11th of November 2023, I think like 2 weeks ago, I went for a foreign university fair in Lagos. It happened in Eco Hotels. So university fairs are events where university representatives organize an event in order to provide guidance or information to prospective candidates who are looking to apply to their schools or who are looking to come to their schools, just to give them some information, guidance, and things like that. So that foreign university fair was hosted by QS Apply, right? And we had universities like UCL, we had University of Essex, we have different universities from the US, Canada, UK, Morocco, and Turkey. So we had different foreign universities that was in that particular event. So that's basically what a university fair is for. What you would typically maybe spend like months and months of research doing, you can condense it into a 30-45 minutes chat. You can get most of the information you need from a 30-45 minutes chat. And typically, this was the structure of this particular university fair I went for. The first thing that they started with was a panel section where they had different people in the panel speaking to us, we the attendees, and answering different questions. So there were different sessions happening at the same time. So after the panel session, there was another session in that same room where they were speaking to people seated. At that same time, they started the university fair. So you had the option of either sitting there and listening, because I believe that was when they did the session about CV review or something like that. And then there was the university fair happening at the same time. So I decided to go for the university fair at that time when there were not a lot of people there, because they're still in the hall and they're still participating in that session. So I went to the university fair at that time so that I'll be able to speak to different representatives in this university fair before every other person comes out. So what I did, or what then happens, is when you get to the university fair, right, you just sit down and then you get to ask questions. Now let me tell you what you need to do before you go for this university fair. The first thing you want to do is do a little bit of research, right? When you're applying for the university fair, you see the list of universities that are going to be attending that event. So what you as a prospective candidate want to do is look through the list of universities attending and pick like maybe 2 or 3 that interest you, and if it's all of them you want to speak to, that's totally fine. And then prepare your questions beforehand. So it's not when you get there you're now thinking of questions, right? Before you go and meet those representatives, make sure that you prepared your questions. So if, for example, I spoke to just 2 universities out of 10 or 12 that were attending, and that was because those were the 2 universities that that piques my interest in a way or the other, right? So I spoke to UCL and University of Essex. I already had questions I was going to ask. You can ask questions about the admission requirements, you can ask questions about scholarship or funding opportunities, you can ask questions about life on campus, you can ask questions about the kind of opportunities that you get after university if you study this course, or just those kind of things, right? Just make sure that you've planned so that when you're there, because the other people who are waiting to speak to that representative that you're speaking to, right? So when you're there, they will not be waiting for you to gather your thoughts, because it's like, oh, speak, and once you're done, you stand up, the next person sits down, right? So it's better that you have planned your questions so that you're organized and you're able to get a lot of value from that one-on-one interaction with the person. So when I went to speak to the representative from UCL, I remember it was an Asian guy, and the girl who spoke before me, or who spoke with him before me, I was so impressed with their conversation. I'm not even gonna lie, because it was obvious that she has done some research and she was here to get answers to questions that she had. So she was asking about their LLM program, she was asking about, oh, is there internship opportunities during the program? She was asking about, oh, what is the start salary for someone who studies LLM in that city, for example. So just make sure you go with your questions, because all of these things is something you spend maybe weeks and months researching online. But how about you just sit down with someone from that school and the person is able to give you like solid and reliable information just in about 30 to 45 minutes, and then you can leave knowing that, okay, now I've decided that these are the schools I'm going to apply to if you want to study abroad, that these are the schools I'm going to apply to, because now you have information, and then now you don't need to go and spend months and weeks of research on the internet trying to get information. So that's just the kind of questions that you can ask. So my top tips for this event is that before you go there, select the universities that you are willing to speak to. If you want to speak to all of them too, that's totally fine. Just know that you've planned your time and you have the questions that you want to ask this specific university. That's one. Number two, prepare your questions beforehand. Number three, because you cannot be at two places at once, chances are there will be multiple sessions or different sessions happening at the same time. So it's left to you to make that decision of, okay, do I want to be in the group session that is happening in the hall, or do I want to go and start speaking to representatives at the university fair? Just think about these kind of things before you go so that you can get the most value from attending a university fair. So now let's talk about the upcoming events that are going to be happening in Lagos and online as well. So QS Apply have an online session that is going to happen on the 14th of December 2023. The link to apply to all of these university fairs will be in the comment section, right? All you have to do is apply, and it's totally free. They do not charge you anything to apply or to attend the event. And usually what they do is they provide you counseling, they provide you support, they even provide you CV reviews, or they will definitely review application, all for free, right? So apart from the QS Apply online event, there's another event that QS Apply is hosting in 2024 on the 11th of May. This one is going to be physical and it's going to be in Lagos. So if you're interested in studying abroad, this is the opportunity for you to come prepared with questions that you can ask representatives from different universities across the UK, the US, Canada, Morocco, Turkey, and different countries like that. So the third upcoming event is the one from GMAC Tours. This one is going to be happening on the 28th of November 2023. This one is also an online session, but this one mostly features business schools. So if you are looking to have an MBA, an executive masters, and different courses like that, this is specifically for you because they have a lot of business schools coming. We have INSEAD, we have London Business School, we have different top-notch universities like that. So the link to apply to GMAC Tours online event will also be in the comment section. Right, so that has brought us to the end of today's video. Do not forget to smash that subscribe button, okay, and give this video a thumbs up.